Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Cat's Cottage. I'm in the kitchen here this morning to get me a cup of coffee. It looks like the coffee is finished. And move the camera over here. Boy, I want to show y'all something. My husband last night said, "How about some boiled potatoes?" And I said, "Oh, okay, you gonna do it?" He said, "Yeah, I'll go in the kitchen. I'll make us up something. You don't worry about it. You don't have to come in." So, look at here. Look at all the dishes. And let me tell you what he cooked. And it was really good. He cooked he cooked up some boiled potatoes, like he said, cut up really small. And I'm gonna show y'all right quick what I'm cooking this morning. Now all I have in here, and I'm not gonna tilt it in because it's just water and onions. And 2 strips of bacon. It's just for flavor, and I got it on high and it's sitting there. And I got my potatoes out because potatoes are cold when you use a crock pot. It keeps the water cool. See, okay, let me show you. I got the potatoes and the carrots out. That's all I got. And I'll have to go downstairs and get me a can or so of tomato sauce or something like that. Uh, if I decide to put that in there. But anyway, I was telling you what he cooked on the plate. Oh, it was good. He chopped up some onion and put it in the potatoes and boiled it. And he opened a can of McCrory uh, greens, mixed greens, turnip greens, collard greens mixed together uh, in a can. That's McCrory brand. And it was all good. But look at all those dishes. Uh, it's funny. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to wash them and shut up. Oh, gosh. What a deal, huh? I thought, well, this is nice. I'm just going to sit here and watch TV, and I'm ignoring. I didn't even go in the kitchen afterward. I did step around the corner and say, "Hey, you need anything for leftovers? Here's a glass container with a lid. It's what I use for leftovers," and I've handed it to him and walked back out. So that was all of my, and what he had, that's why there's so many bowls in there. He had it all in little bowls. And then he was going to get saran wrap out and cover the bowls. And when I have this glass container that has a top, it's so, and I handed that to him. And he said, "Oh, yeah, so what do I do?" I said, "What do you do? What do you mean? You put it in there, and then you refrigerate it." Oh, gosh. This controller over here. And, yeah, I'm just going to wash them and keep my mouth shut. Well, what's the purpose of saying anything? And I enjoy being waited on, too, and he even brought the plate to me, so I'm not going to complain. Oh, that feels good going down. Woohoo, I got it strong this morning. This is an old TV, but I guess I'm going to use it till the dying day. There it goes. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't watch news early in the morning. And local news is all about who shot who. Uh, Later in the evening, if you watch national news, it's political, and I do keep up with the political. But I have learned this: uh, all those channels that are, big channels, big companies, they lie and they turn the situation around to make the title sound, really in the lean that they want it to be in. And so all of them do it. There's not one that doesn't do it. Uh, the ones that you're going to find it, you just go through it and find you one that's a blog, that's a guy, he's in his home talking in his back room or whatever. Uh, if he does that bling stuff and that backward stuff on his screen, you can't believe him, you know. Uh, Here's an example. Trump tricked Mexico into agreeing with their tariffs. They had tricked them, scared them to death with the tariffs, which is a tax on their product that they bring in here, send in here to sell. Uh, he told them was going to have a 25% tariff. So first they had a little blustering going on and carrying on, like, oh, you're not going to tell us what to do. And then after a while, they're like, oh my gosh, what am I thinking about? Well, this man, I gotta do a little better than this. And so called back and said, hey, what can I do to stop that tariff? He said, well, send some troops over here and guard your own border and keep the fentanyl out of here. Don't let anybody come through. Don't let them climb the fence. Don't let them come through. And so is that all I have to do? Yeah, that's all you have to do. There's no tariff. Tariff is a tool to scare some britches off. That's what that's for. And some of these Americans are so stupid they can't even see it. They can't even see that it's a ploy. It's a tactic to make people behave. Why should we do all the work and the Mexicans just sit back over there in Mexico and do nothing? Uh, anyway, Canada the same way. They did the same thing. So anyhow, the news takes the title and put on there, um, America is trying to in oh no, Mexican president had to send their troops to the border to control the American soldiers. Duh, that ain't didn't even happen. Anyway, I'm looking on the news trying to find some of those Mexican soldiers. I hadn't seen them yet. I saw a picture of them all lined up, but I ain't seen them on that border. They might be there, but I don't see them. Anyway, so then Canada comes back around and says, "Oh well, what do we got to do? You know, y'all need our lumber. No, we don't. Y'all need our milk. No, we don't." Um, so what does he say? Keep the fentanyl out of here. Keep the illegals out of here. Keep it out of here. Don't let it get through. Work at catching it. I mean, something's going to get through. And making fentanyl legal is crazy. It's crazy. Fentanyl is so dangerous. I understand a glass full of that stuff could kill millions of people. But anyway, Uh, don't believe when you're running across looking for a channel somewhere to, don't believe that writing on there when you see a picture or something, and you'll see, something like that. Oh, the Mexican troops had to get in and control Americans. They've got to protect. They got to get this border fixed. They fix the border. Um, and then what gets me is it's just ego is what it is. It's ego to start blustering and threatening. Oh well, y'all need our oil. Oh well, y'all need our product, and we are supporting those people in the millions and billions over there in Canada. They would shrink like a shriveled orange if we didn't wasn't buying their products. That's why we buy their products, to keep them alive up there. But they don't, if I said, oh, hey, make me a state, make me a territory of the United States, please. That gives you protection. That cuts taxes. They pay high taxes up there, and they have some really high rules and crazy stuff that they have rules that you have to follow. They cut all that out. They could be a territory. They could be like Hawaii. We hadn't invaded Hawaii and taken over. We hadn't invaded all those islands that we took, and it's a territory. Um, I don't understand. You're not thinking real clear. And if we get together, we protect better from the Chinese and the Russians. We protect ourselves better if we're able to do this. Now, I'm I think that if on that Panama Canal, oh, it is damaged. When it's going to be a big, mm, they have not done anything to keep that Panama Canal up. That's why China had the ability to was coming in and taking them over. China had occupied on each end of that Panama Canal, and, they're working their way to have the full control. Well, Trump said, get them out. Get them out. No Chinese restaurants, no nothing in here. Out. Yeah. Um, and for the large ships, you know what they were charging for the large tankers that were carrying $1 million? Here we are. We built the thing, and we're having to pay $1 million for big ships to go through our canal. And now it'll be up to us to repair the thing. No, and there's just a lot of common sense has gone out the window. Common sense. And then Greenland. Let me start on Greenland. Might as well go ahead and say that. Are y'all people nutty? You got the Chinese and the Russians keeping their ships and subs all around you. Wake up. Wake up. You have no army. You have no soldiers. You have no bullets. You know? And Denmark, way over there, are they going to do something for you? You're going to be taken over, just like they were slowly taking over the Panama Canal. They're going to start taking over. I don't know why I'm fussing for. Ain't nobody listening to this old woman here in Tennessee. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I know one thing, this old tea partier is not on the wrong side. That's for sure. Oh, just the whole thing, and I like to call it the new government, is common sense. Common sense. And I look at this man and I think, the president, and I think, you know, are you going to be able to make it? Are you going to survive? I mean, just the campaign looked like it just took a lot of his youth away. Uh, I don't know. I'm just looking at him and I pray for him and think, oh boy, can you just keep going? Can you just make it? All these people that we've been looking at for years have been stealing from us. They've been stealing from us. And they stay up in Washington so they can get themselves mansions and mansions and mansions. I understand one of them has seven mansions and worth 500 million in the bank. So, and I don't know how long it's ever going to take us to get rid of the shame of this last regime. That's what they were. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get that stink off of our country. And that's what it is, stink. And oh my gosh, I feel sorry for y'all people in Los Angeles. Oh my gosh. Y'all got to get an uprising going and get rid of that woman. Get rid of that woman. Ooh. All the policemen came to get rid of those little squirrely little kids running around trying to act like they're going to help Mexico. Now, why would you try to help Mexico? Why are you helping Mexico? Why are you helping illegals? You don't really look at the real reason to all that. Why would you help illegals? Why would you wave a Mexican flag and burn American? You want to be here, but you don't want to be American. You want to be Mexican in America. You want to take over America, obviously. That's what people do when they want to take over a country. They burn their flag. They take it down off the pole and put their own flag up, and that's what they were doing. You're trying to take over. Well, you're not going to take over because there's old hags like me that you'll have to kill first. What I'm saying is, California, y'all better get it together. Man, y'all state is, I don't know. We may have to we may have to extend that fence, that wall up down through California and block y'all off to the United States. Yeah, we may have to. And if we give y'all back to Mexico, it'll be really bad. I'm gone with the wind again. Oh, what Trump said yesterday was divine about Gaza. I don't know if y'all saw it or not. When he was up there on the podium, he did it at the podium, not when they were sitting down. He did it later when they came back to talk at the podium. And he talked about Gaza. And nobody in the world has ever thought of that, doing that with Gaza. That's how if you got a piece of land and two countries are fighting over it, what do you do with that little strip of land? You take it away. It's no longer theirs. It's no longer yours to get. It's no longer yours to get. It don't belong to either one of you. Yep. It would belong to America. And you can't do nothing about it. And you can't live on it. You out, all of you. Out. Out. There's been so much death and killing there. And it never gets solved over a strip of land. A strip of land. And your ego and your so-called fighting for religion makes you fight for that little spot of dirt. You know, that ugly spot of dirt that's just torn up buildings. Most people would say, Americans would say, hey, I'm out of here. You know, we're gone. Let's go down to Florida and stay a while. Then when we get to Florida and our house floats away, blows away in a hurricane. We'll say, "Hey, now wait a minute. Let's go up this way. Let's go this way." And then when we get up there, we're like, "Oh no, that's too cold." But anyway, you would leave there. You don't go back there. That's ridiculous. What you want to go back to? You carry a little mattress on an old raggedy car, and you got 8 to 10 kids packed in the back seat, and you want to go back and live under a piece of concrete. No toilet, no water. You're dumb. And I don't know, maybe those people are dumb. Oh boy. And I have to laugh. What about that guy? I ain't gonna say his name. Pulling the Corona beer out from under his podium, setting it up there, and avocado. You lose your beer and you lose your guac. You know, look here, you're gonna lose this from Mexico. Who gives a damn about that? Nobody cares about that. We got American beer, and I understand we got our own avocados growing. So, you know, oh gosh. I'll quit talking about politics right now. Drink my good coffee. What kind of fish we got in the aquarium this morning? Pretty nice. That coral on rock's pretty. It's probably artificial, but it's still pretty. It's still nice. Uh, I love going to cities. I've gone to their aquariums. Some of you may have too. They're just a lot of fun. A lot of fun, especially the ones that you can walk up under and the fish are above you and all around you, and you're walking through a glass tunnel. Hope this glass holds. But yeah, you know, like I've said before, I've had a lot of aquariums, but they are a job to clean. When you clean them, if you don't clean them, boy, the smell is blah. And uh, you got to be young and strong to handle aquariums and stuff. Yeah, and I understand. I never did it, but that's not a bad idea. Have somebody come in and clean it for you. I don't know what they charge, but gosh, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, especially if you had a big one. Ooh, yeah. But anyway, I gibbered on here about politics and aquariums and dirty dishes and oh, but I went outside yesterday looking around. There's nothing budding up or popping up. Nothing. It's too early for us for anything to pop up. The uh, daffodils, the crocuses, whatever. If there's anything left from the rats hadn't ate them. Uh, nothing up. Everything's still asleep. And that's how it should be because February and March is actually our coldest month, even though we do have some bulb flowers that begin to pop up, not bloom, just come up. And, but yeah, it's still, it gets cold in those times. But, anyway, let's see. I think this says discount. I don't know if I'll go over there and get discount or not. I have to look in my billfold, count my money. I might spend money, but I'm not going to spend all of it. I don't want to be broke. Don't like the feeling of being broke. So I'll see what kind of money I got, and I might sail over there. I could use some more slacks, some jeans or whatever. Um, but yeah, I guess if I do go over there, I'll show it to y'all, whatever I pick up. Sometimes I get crazy and pick up too much. And but I'm okay with everything. Everything, as long as I keep it neat and in its place, it'll be okay. Everything's will be okay. And then on the other hand, I'll get tired. I want to rearrange, and then to rearrange, you have to pull things out, and you don't always want to use that same stuff or that much stuff, and so you take it and store it somewhere. Put it in the garage. Probably need to start shopping in my garage. That's where I need to shop. But anyway, I guess I'll talk to y'all later. I'll finish drinking my coffee or reheat it. It must be getting cold by now. So y'all take care, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.